Peace. This is a meat potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is generational curses and occult psychic powers. So I want to take a minute to really say this before we get into today's topic and video. Like, share, and subscribe. But today is November the 18th, and this is International Occult Day. So this would be a wonderful time to either do some rituals or see about breaking the curse if you have it in your family. If you don't worry about it. But if you do, you can use divination. And for those that subscribe to Abrahamic religion, this is also the Holy Souls Day, where you reminisce about your deceased loved ones. You are really prayerful that they're in a better place and really just share stories. Now, back to generational curses. General curses can happen to family. And if you come here and you get into metaphysics or the occult, especially the occult, which goes after metaphysics. If you do that, you can see through divination. It could be tarot, runes. It also can be the pendulum if your family is the subject of a curse. If they're not, don't worry about it. But if you are, you can help them move on. Because if you can't connect to your deceased loved ones, two reasons for that. The first reason is that spirit cannot or just doesn't want to connect with you. All doors don't open. Or the second thing is what you're picking up on is their spiritual residue. So in other words, the spirit is starting to dissipate and reincarnate and go into a new body or go into its other direction. So if you can't pick up anything from that family member, that's really the energy is starting to dissolve. That's why. But you can use those things to find out. I found out one family was just dysfunctional, one side, but the other one was a generational curse. Because you got to understand something. A lot of people, especially if they came from like the 30s or the 40s, the 50s, they have been taught to keep things in house. That's how a lot of older generations was. So they'll take certain secrets to the grave. But if you practice the occult, you can uncover some of those secrets, as painful as they are, like if it was incest or how alcoholism has been passed down, anything. You can find that out. I have did consultations, and some of their deceased family members have told me some of their secrets. It's not that they were trying to deliberately hide them. It was just always this element of shame, and they were programmed that you don't talk about these type of things. I'm going to give you another example. There was one person I knew that took advantage of his own cousin. He stayed in the basement of his grandfather. He should not be there, but he is. Because the grandfather, and I would never make a disparaging comment about the man, it's just that they have a different mindset. If it was a Tubi movie, it'd be called The Cousin in the Basement. I promise you. So that's what you could do with generational curse. You can find out through divination if it is one or not, and you can help them move on. Because there's certain people that told me, and they will tell you this, I can guarantee. The curse has been nullified. And this is a great day to do it because this is International Occult Day. And we just got through with Sam Hain, November the 1st. So it's a great time to do something if you want some insights from certain family members. Do not drop the ball on this one. Now, let's talk about occult powers. Have you ever had thoughts in your mind that you would get certain clarity on certain things? This is how you know you're on to something and your clear are starting not only to open up, but they're going to another plateau. Let's say you get a book. I'm giving you a cheat code. So watch this video again. If you see something in the book and you be like, wait a minute, I was just thinking about this last year or last month or 3 months ago. That's how you know you're on to something. When something came in your head or you had a certain thought and then you read it via your scholarship or your research, that's how you know. Right there. Are there other ways to develop your occult psychic powers? Yes, through practice and programming your subconscious mind. And here's a book right here that has some exercises in it. But I must warn you, and this is a disclaimer, it does have a lot of fluff in it, but you can get some things out of it. And it does make some false promises. But again, you can get some things out of it because you are an occultist. And it's this book right here, Teleoccult Power, The Amazing New Way to Psychic and Occult Wonders by Reese B. Dubin. This came out in 1970. All right? So you can get it. You just got to look for it. So you can get that. But the whole thing is programming your psychic mind and working in concert with your higher self. That's how you do that. And once you break a curse, whatever spirits are around from your family, they're going to let you know that you did so. That's part of the problem when you're practicing the occult. If you come from a dysfunctional or toxic family, that's one of your assignments when you get here. And the best part of this, and I've been saving this, I was fortunate and certain spirits had told me, that reached out to me, your powers are way stronger now than they were in October. Let's see some of the people that came through. Dr. John Dees, Dion Fortune, Alistair Crowley. There was one time Anton LaVey could no longer connect with me. He can now. Michael Aquino. And this one is very special because I got the privilege to meet this individual as well as dialogue with him. Baba Kalindi Ii, who was known for mushrooms and the martial arts. First time we encountered each other was the spring, April 1993. If anyone back then knows, they can back this up. So it was a rally for Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., who at that time was incarcerated. So who was there was Akua Njeri, which is his mother, who was known as Deborah Johnson, who was a common law wife of Chairman Fred Sr. Fred Jr.'s daughter, Kalindi E., came with his students. They gave a martial arts demonstration. Sami Muhammad, which was a spokesperson for Temple Number 1 for Supreme John Muhammad, who anyone that know, that's the biological brother of the messenger. The headquarters was on 2nd and Highland Park. So like I said, the Kobe Bryant of magic is well-traveled. Believe that. And can spirits help you with your occult powers even if you don't know? Yes, they can. And they will. If you're doing the work, it's so many spirits that's going to come through. So again, that was good that Baba Kalindi came through. Now, how do you know the spirit's trying to connect with you? Another cheat code from Mentor. If you have this fascination with a particular person that made their transition, that was doing the work on one level or another, whether you agree with everything or not, what you're doing is you're opening up a portal, no matter big or small, and then they're going to come through. Anyone you're working with. So the day is that day. So that's about genetic curses and your occult powers. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.